Greg Shoemaker, TriState football here at Madeira High School with head coach Chris Stewart. And Chris, this will be your 8th year at the helm here, and we were just talking a little bit about when you got here. We went through the locker rooms and things have changed a bit. But talk about how far this program's come in your 6 years.
First year, when you interviewed me that first year in 2018, I believe we had 28 players on the roster. 28, and that was, I think 3 of them were kickers. This year we're gonna roll out 55 kids. We got 19 seniors, and those kids, though, the 28 that set the standard for this program right now, they left the jersey in a better place, and our program is in such a really good spot right now, especially with these kids, the parents, and especially our coaching staff as well too.
You talk about your Division 5 school, but with 58 players in the system, I mean, practice has got to be pretty good. I imagine the competition level is really a lot different than it was in year one.
Absolutely. You do a lot of half-line stuff that year because you don't have as many kids. This year we had we brought back our annual blue and gold scrimmage. And it was almost a full varsity one-on-one scrimmage, full teams on both sides. So I was talking to the team the other day. That gives you a little bit of help because it gets you an extra scrimmage underneath your belt before you got to play that first and second true scrimmage before you go out to week 1. So it's been an added benefit for these kids to get more reps in the summer.
All right, so let's jump into 2025. I mean, starting, last year you went 6-6, had a lot of close games, and I'm sure that's been a point of emphasis this year. Tell us about what your mindset is and what you want to try to get accomplished with these kids on trying to get through those close games.
So effort, taking care of the little things the right way. I mean, it goes down to cleaning up the locker room, to clean up the weight room, to make sure every rep that you have is 100%, so that we talk about iron sharpens iron. We want these kids to compete in everything that they do, because on Friday nights, the other team's not going to care what you're going through. They're going to compete. You have to be able to finish those games, and that comes from effort. And we really stressed effort with these kids in practice, in the weight room, so it translates onto the football field on Friday nights.
Let's talk about the offense. Braden Wallace is back, a fine year as a junior. I mean, he leads the group, but when you look at this offseason, what do you like about the offensive side of the football?
You bring back a lot of the offensive line. We're going to have one senior on the offensive line. We played a lot of young kids last year. I mean, you do lose some skill, but if you can run the ball, that gives Braden the added things to do where you play action pass and get out of the pocket, and some of the young skill guys can step up and the pressure's not always on them. So the weight room has been great for these kids up front, the linemen, and we're looking forward to be able to run the ball a little bit better than we did last year. Anytime we've had a good team here, a successful team, make a run in the playoffs, we've been able to run the football.
Defensively, it looks like you're loaded. It looks like you got a lot of guys back. I imagine practice this off-season has been pretty good. You've been able probably to instill some more things.
Absolutely. Coach Wayne Scott does a great job. He's the mastermind of that defense. He's a science teacher, so he's always cooking some things up in the building. The kids love him. They love playing hard for him. And yes, when you bring a lot of guys back, you've had that experience underneath your belt. It makes it a lot easier to add things and move guys around and moving pieces as well too.
Since you got here, the CHL has really improved. Give us your thoughts on this league. I mean, gosh, even when you go down to Deer Park and Finneytown, they seem like they're going to be better this year as well.
Yeah, the one thing I love about this league is how competitive it is. And if you look at every other school in this program, you look at their head coaches, they're all really, really good head coaches in this program. And it's tough. Everyone's trying to compete and win that, league title. I know Wyoming and Indiana been on the top. Taylor almost had a chance last year to do it. A couple years ago, we had a chance to do it. So it's competitive. I mean, it's not just on the football field. The coaches are trying to compete and win against each other, and it gets tougher and tougher the more we hire better coaches into this league.
You've been to 6 straight playoffs, and talk about the fan base. And can you feel like there's more excitement in the community, year after year as you build this success? I think before you got here, they were 0-10 in 10 playoff appearances. Now you've won four times in those 6 playoff appearances since you've been here. But talk a little bit about the community. Can you feel that they get behind you a little bit more now?
Oh, absolutely. We have so many people supporting the program, from helping out, donating money to shirts, for practice uniforms for our kids, and just coming out on Friday night. And when you're out in the community, living here, my kids going to school here as well too. When you're out in the community, even at the swim club, people come up to you like, "Hey, this is a great program you run. We appreciate everything you do for the community," because it's not just the game of football. You're trying to create leaders of men through the game of football, so that when they do go out in the community, people can say, "Oh, that's Madeira football players. Those are great kids within the community." And that's what we want from our players, so that our community can be proud of the things that we're doing, not just on the football field, but off the football field as well too.
There you go. That's Chris Stewart, the head coach of the Madeira Mustangs.